Alright guys, so my experience with animation is not professional. I have picked up information over time. I've just experimented and I've gotten pretty decent at keyframes, and I've dabbled with some of the other things here, but the NLA editor, it gets complex, and this is the stuff where cartoonists and people working in 3D animation and Disney and DreamWorks, these people are legit professionals, and there's a lot of skill because they're using characters with character rigs and it's inverse kinematics. It's nightmarishly complex, and I have to give them high props because it's powerful stuff. But we're going to talk about some simple transform animations here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit I on location for this thing, and that's going to set a keyframe at 1. Blender defaults to 250 frames. I'm going to move this over, I'm going to move my marker over to 90 frames. It's about 30 frames in a second. It's going to take about 3 seconds to go over here. Oh, looks like our origin is moved. That's okay. I'm going to hit I again and create another keyframe. And so now we have our first animation. This is going to go from the location transform over here, and it's going to move it to the location transform, the new keyframe. It's stored at in this new keyframe. And what's cool is I can copy this and I can paste it over here at this one. And you don't have to manually place things. You can copy these things down here in the timeline. You can set that to move, and you can do this. Go ahead and rotate. You can do this for oops. Actually store the rotation, and so I stored this this keyframe with this rotation here, so it's retaining the original rotation information at the beginning, puts it up there, and then it goes back to where it was at the beginning, but they're still recognized as changes in the rotation because I moved it once here. So it's very powerful. So that's if I wanted to rigging is more complex. You can start getting into inverse kinematics with this stuff. Basically, we'll talk about parent this to this. These are not real geometry, and this is how it looks in Blender, but it's not how it's going to look in other software. These are how you're going to move character limbs and body parts. These objects can be weight painted too. So if I want to weight paint, there's not enough geometry to weight paint that. There we go. Okay, let's weight paint. So now I'm going to go into pose mode. I'm going to click this. pose mode. Okay, so we can set this to be visible. Front. So you can see them. Okay. Pose mode. Anyway, it's supposed to okay, it wasn't. There's no wait. Yeah. Let's see if we do I do hate that selection. Okay. Alright, so extruding out. I was trying to parent the object to the other one, which wasn't working well. So this should work better. Automatic weights. Now, pose. This object is going to be deformed based on the position this armature is going, and you're not going to see it when you go into render mode. Let's do that better. Go backwards, go back in. Pose mode. Alright, so you can see weight painting is super helpful. So the darker it is, the more affected it is by the bone's position. And I've experimented with this, but it's pretty complex, especially with characters and multiple objects and accessories. It's complex, but that's basically the gist of simple basic animation and a basic timeline. You can obviously do a lot more stuff with multiple animations, multiple parts, and multiple armatures. But that's the basics.